Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions! Good up, Pepe! Goal!
It doesn't get any better than that.
Hello and welcome to this Game and Frame broadcast of Polonia SC taking on the New York Ukrainians in the CSL Division 1. Polonia with a rough start, losing their first 3 games, all by 1 goal, feel unlucky. Last game, they won 3-0 against Hoboken. They look to keep that momentum going against the Ukrainians today, who've been pretty mid overall with 2 wins and 2 losses. They do sit in 4th place, and a win today would take them all the way up into the top 3. Today's Game and Frame broadcast is brought to you by Petrobax, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobax gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit petrobax.com and start planning your dream trip today. So stay tuned in 10 minutes for rainy CSL Division 1 action. Teams have taken the field. Polonia in the white, kicking from left to right. Ukrainians in the red and white, kicking from right to left. So Polonia looking to build off of their first win of the season last time out. Tough matchup against the 4th place New York Ukrainians. We've had a very good season so far in the CSL with a tough 2-1 win last time out. The Ukrainians do have 2 losses in their opening 4 games, but their 2 losses were to the number 1 and number 2 teams in the CSL Division 1, Block FC and FC Sanzak. So they've lost to the best, and they play the second to worst today in Polonia. So Polonia might feel hard done by their first 3 one-goal losses. They had a great showing last time out against a good Hoboken team. They hope they can replicate it here. These treacherous conditions at McCarran Park. Ukrainians look ready as Polonia just about get out of their huddle. So Ivan Kershuba, the top scorer for the New York Ukrainians, not starting today, with Andras Brewer starting up top. It'll be Nate Merchant to kick us off for Polonia, who are in danger of falling into that relegation spot if they don't get 3 points today. And Polonia get us underway against the Ukrainians. It's Goodman on the right-hand side. Back to his right back, Filip Noweshki. Polonia do like to build up from the back, which will be hard with these wet conditions today. Ukrainians' high press could make it difficult for them to do so. They haven't conceded that many goals, Polonia, for a team that's second to last in the league with only a 0-goal difference. They don't seem as bad as their record shows, and they break through the Ukrainians here, switching the play to Alex Goldman. On his right is Noweshki, and Goldman again. Happy to take a lot of time on the ball. Here's Hazel Kugler, extremely tall central midfielder for Polonia. The Ukrainians still yet to touch the ball. Noweshki again on this right-hand side. Goldman holding off his man. Content to just hold on to it. Not got much to play to. Checking in was Alex Leonard, who starts up top for Polonia today. False 9. They still preserve the ball. Now the Ukrainians step in with Nabi Bangura. They give it away to Leonard. Tackle was from George Najim. Polonia throw-in. Good start for Polonia, and now got a player down injured already. It looks like Nabi or Ben Bangura for the Ukrainians. Not sure what happened, but he went down right away off the ball. And it's not a good sign inside the first minute, as Nabi Bangura looks really slow to get up. Gets to his feet and looks to be okay to continue for the Ukrainians. Rain's not so heavy here, but the wind is. We'll hope the conditions get better as the game goes on. Polonia go long, looking for Leonard. It's Leonard's flick on, or rather Bullington's flick on, looking for Leonard. Goldman can control. A lot of touch of the ball so far, Alex Goldman, but that one rolls through to Leonard, who could be in, squares it. It's cleared away only as far as Bullington. Preserves it for Noweshki. Bullington again, good pressure from Polonia, and a big chance there for Alex Leonard. Tried to square it across, just didn't have anybody in the middle to do so too. Here's Resnick. Goldman again. Great first touch, Alex Goldman. It's like the ball sticks to him. And here's Bielin, who can sweep it on towards Philip Glowala. Both fullbacks named Philip for Polonia. And Bielin again. Bullington on the turn. Noweshki. Him and Goldman working well together early on, but Noweshki took a little bit of a heavy touch and was able to keep the ball and preserve it to Hazel Kugler, the tone setter for Polonia. Bielin looks long. It was Leonard's check-in and Najim's interception, and maybe the Ukrainians can finally control a bit of the ball for themselves. So many minutes gone, and this is their first possession. Playing it all the way back to Luke Sager. And now Kevin Matheny. Sager and Matheny, a very experienced center back duo. Played a lot of games together. Haven't conceded that many goals this year. Turning in the middle is Ryan Mertz. Did well, but then gave it away. Checking in to win it back is Najim, and there's a free kick foul committed on Lucas Bielin by Martin Curran, left winger today for the Ukrainians, and Polonia will retrieve the ball. Press is higher this time from the Ukrainians. It's led by Brewer and Curbelo, the two that contribute to most of their goals when Kershuba is out of the lineup. It's good build-up again from Polonia with Bullington. And Bullington again tried to get it to Leonard. They weren't on the same page. And Luke Sager can intercept for the Ukrainians. Both teams defensively compact so far. It's like Mertz thought about going long, now does, and it was well blocked by Alex Bullington for a Polonia throw-in. Taken by Nabi Bangura, who's up and running again. It's down the line to Curbelo. His first couple of touches from the central attacking midfield position. Bangura run it back and then gave it away. And Sam Resnick can control it. Dangerous back pass there to Lucas Bielin, but he's able to get it long. It was flicked on by Kamara. Looking for another flick on, and Najim just gets it back to Robbie Webster, his first touches of the game. First touch by either goalkeeper, as neither side really creating a big chance so far. Here's Ardestani for the Ukrainians. And Matheny to Sager. Looks long. Got a good flick on. Flick back towards Curbelo, who can flick it out wide towards Ryan Mertz, who's coming from the midfield position, looking for the ball into the middle towards Andras Brewer, who's barely touched the ball so far, the Ukrainians' captain. He couldn't get onto it. It was well defended. They do put together a little bit of their own possession, Ukrainians, with over 6 minutes gone. And now Bielin can take it up the left-hand side for Polonia. Here's Kugler dropping back into center back role. Kugler, the more defensive of the midfielders, with him and Bullington, and then Nate Merchant forwards from them. And now Carter Dutton-Neves gets the ball at his feet for the first time today, the Polonia goalkeeper. Here's Noweshki. A high press from the Ukrainians. They're trying to force Polonia long, and they forced an error. One back by Najim. And given away by Brewer. Warning signs for Polonia is building up from the back, and now they do try to go long and give it away. And the strike will come in from the left-hand side. It's well gathered by Carter Dutton-Neves, his first save of the afternoon. Shot was from Andrea Godasport. Kodaspotty, rather. First real Ukrainians opportunity, and they make the goalkeeper work. And now Kamara with a pretty bad tackle from behind on Ryan Mertz. Be a set piece opportunity from the Ukrainians. A good area for Curbelo or Brewer to deliver from. We've got some height in there with Andrea Godaspoti. And it looks like Curbelo, the playmaking, attacking midfielder, will take it. See how much of a factor the wind plays into set pieces today. Here's the first one. Should be swung in by the right foot of Curbelo. It's in towards the back post. The header was a Polonia one, and it'll go all the way out for a Ukrainians throw-in. Goes away by Sam Resnick. And they survive the Ukrainians' first set-piece opportunity. It's Farid Ardestani, left back, to take the throw-in for the Ukrainians. Love the long throw in CSL D1. Ardestani doesn't look like he wants to, though. Here's Mertz, and he couldn't get it back to Ardestani. It's aimlessly given away by the Ukrainians, and it'll be Polonia throw-in. Taken by Noweshki on the right-hand side. Who throws long down the right-hand channel. Here's Brewer. Good ball to Bangura, who can set it back for Mertz. It's good from the Ukrainians. Here's Curbelo. Not giving him any space as Hazel Kugler gets a touch on it. It'll be Ukrainians throwing. They defend from the front, Polonia. Don't want to give the Ukrainians any time. It's a good turn, though. This right-hand side, but Kotis body, ball across, not well cleared. And eventually Kamara can do his best to get the ball out of there, but good skill again from Andrea Kotis body, who's been the most exciting player for the Ukrainians. And now the other way is Alex Leonard. Got the touch in behind Matheny, and now we'll wait for Polonia men to come up. It's been all Ukrainians in the last 5 minutes after a good Polonia start to the afternoon. And now the Ukrainians win it back again. Driving forwards here was Martin Curran, but he lost out, and Polonia can recycle. Alex Leonard pacing behind is going to be an issue for the Ukrainian center backs today on the counterattack. It's how Polonia attack. Defensive duties from Kamara just kept them in this game. Kept the score at 0-0, I should say. With Kotis body passing it back to Mertz. Mertz going down the right-hand side, but Bangura stopped his run. This ball was too far for him, and Polonia can recycle. Here's Resnick. Turning in the middle is Bullington. He's got a lot of space to run with. Alex Bullington plays a good ball, looking for Churan Kamara. He's got Leonard coming up with him. He's got Goldman at the far post. Kamara could go alone. He looks to go backwards instead. And the ball was eventually given away by Nate Merchant, the attacking midfielder. Good break from Kamara. Good ball to him by Bullington, and now going the other way. It was an interesting idea from Curbelo, who won it back, and Brewer would have been offside, I should say, if he touched that. Game just becoming a little bit more open as we pass the 10-minute mark. Ardestani on the ball here for the Ukrainians. And now Bangura. Looking for the check-in from Brewer. Does well, but then gave it away. Not on the same page as Kotis body. The wind starts to bellow here at McCarran. Throw to be taken by Philip Koala on the left-hand side for Polonia. Touched by Bangura, sent forwards by Bullington. Leonard was not making the run, and it'll be easy for the Ukrainians. Here's Ardestani, who looks to go long, and it's not a ball that George Najim would want, as turning was Leonard. but he couldn't find Kamara on the left-hand side, and Polonia just spurring a couple of good opportunities coming from Ukrainian mistakes here, as both sides looking a little bit clumsy. It's wet turf conditions. Turf's very hard at McCarran. Ball will skid. And here's Merchant laying it off to Kugler, who's come up from his defensive midfield role. Bullington's got a lot of men in the middle for Polonia if he can find one of them. Bullington waits on his right foot, tries to play a ball towards Kamara, but it's well defended by the Ukrainians, and picking it up is Robbie Webster, who looks to send his side long. Try to test the back line of Polonia, who haven't had much to do so far. It's a really booming kick from Robbie Webster. It wasn't really well touched down by Sam Resnick, who then gave it away. Running up the left-hand side is Curran here, who kept it in place somehow and won the 50-50. And Martin Curran with the shooting opportunity for the Ukrainians. He rolls it across. Just over the top was the strike, and it was again Andrea Codespoti. Brilliant work on the left-hand side from Martin Curran, who beat two men with ease. Won about 3 50-50s and rolled a perfect ball across for the best chance of the game so far. And Codespoti just got under it. Big chance for the Ukrainians out of not much. The long kick from Robbie Webster got them well in behind. And the wingers showing bright spots, to be bright spots for the Ukrainians, so they need a new ball. So tonight at 7 p.m., barring the weather conditions, Met Oval will take on CPR in the U.S. Open Cup. And also in the U.S. Open Cup, an hour later, 8 p.m., the Greek Americans take on the New York Renegades. Some good cup action Sunday night. As Polonia get the ball back in play. Checking in was Merchant, and played a little bit of a hard ball for Resnick to deal with, and it'll go out for Ukrainians throwing. Ardestani taking a couple steps forward before throwing it to Curbelo. Ardestani again. Najim on the turn. Tackling Mertz was the striker, who's come all the way back to help out defensively for Polonia. Alex Leonard loves to run all over the pitch. Doesn't stay in that striker role, helps his side out everywhere. Najim can control the ball for the Ukrainians. Checking in was Andrea Codespoti. And here's Bangura. And Sager, who looks long, plays long, looking for the tall winger. He's had the big chance just moments ago, Codespoti. Hazel Kugler intercepted. The wind is harsh at McCarran now, over the top. Great touchdown too. But George Najim won it back well and beat two men to control it for the Ukrainians. Alex Goldman looking to get into space on the left-hand side. Both left wingers looking enticing for either side. Here's Brewer, a couple of skill, just checking in and winning his side their second piece opportunity of the game. Similar spot, just from the opposite side of the field. As either side has tested the goalkeeper so far with over 17 minutes gone. Looks like Brewer will take. Favors the left-footed outswinger. Brewer gets it over the wall and deep. Headed away easily. And Kamara can keep it in play here for Polonia to dribble past Bangura, who stood him up well, but illegally in the eyes of the referee. And it'll be a free kick for Polonia and get them out of another Ukrainian set-piece opportunity. Turning is Bullington. Look to play it for Kamara, who should get the free kick there. Another foul committed on him by Nabi Bangura, who's had a entertaining opening 17 and a half minutes. Going down injured, committing 2 fouls. Now arguing with the referee is Nabi Bangura. He'll get away with just a caution, no card yet. And Polonia could look to send this free kick long with Lucas Bielin. We've got a lot of height in them, but Hazel Kugler, tallest of them, not in the middle right now. And Bielin will play it short to Kugler. Bielin again, now he goes long. A little bit of a set piece from the training ground for Polonia, but Leonard couldn't get onto it as Najim clears it away for the Ukrainians. Sent back in towards Merchant, headed away not convincingly by Sager, and then further cleared out to Bullington, and then just sent out of play for a Polonia throw-in. Kugler on the turn. Did really well, Hazel Kugler, and it's an interesting looking flick on. And then sent cleared by Mertz. Be thrown for Polonia. Noeschki to take. Away by Ardostani and not kept in play by Martin Curran, who's been a little quiet except for that big opportunity where he found Cosmopolitan a couple minutes ago. Here's Bielin. Lucas Bielin again. Left-footed center back who gets a lot of the ball for Polonia. Looks to go long this time. Flick on from Bangura. Now Kamara can head it towards Goldman, who's checked in from his right-hand side. Over the top looking for Kamara. The ball's too far. It'll be a throw-in for the Ukrainians. Good matchup there, Kamara versus Bangura. It's gotten physical early on. Little flick towards Kugler, who can control it in the midfield. Kugler looks to play it over the top for Leonard, who hasn't really had many opportunities so far. Polonia throw-in. Take it quickly. Touching it down was Merchant. Can control again, and he beats Nabi Bangura. Merchant finds Goldman. Numbers forward here for Polonia. Kugler thought about the shot, plays it out wide for Noeschki. Noeschki's ball into the middle is really deep and just evades Merchant. Too far for the 5 men he had in the middle. It was a good Polonia opportunity and a good break from them. Created by Nate Merchant. Just couldn't get the finishing touch on that high cross from Noeschki. The Ukrainians will take over. One back by Polonia. Touchdown for Bullington, who tried to play it over the top for Kamara, while defended by Sager, and now sent forwards by Najim for Brewer to chase if it stays in play, but the wind just carries it out of play. Andres Brewer showing his pace on the counterattack if they leave him one-on-one. Kamara tried to control. It was cleared by Sager and further cleared by Ryan Mertz. 50-50 was won midfield by Bullington, and Kugler sees off his man Curbelo, who's slow to get up. Just Noeschki to Goldman. And Goldman finds Kugler, who's definitely had the most of the ball so far for Polonia. The referee plays a good advantage, and Kugler can look to roll it through for Kamara, who's got a lot of pace here. He's got Merchant with him, Kamara. He looks to go backwards instead, and he had numbers forwards, Kamara, and now he's giving it away to the Ukrainians to go the other way. Game very open with Mertz, and now Cosmopolitan just ran under him, and now Polonia look to go the other way with Bullington, who calms it down for them. It's a big 3-on-2 for Shuran Kamara there, and he just looked to go backwards rather than testing out Robbie Webster. He's had nothing to do so far. And Kugler passed it into the back of Merchant, and Andres Brewer can take it away the other way. And on the left-hand side, running forwards, is Martin Curran for the Ukrainians. He's not got much help. He looks to play a ball in towards Andres Brewer. Got it all wrong. Be a goal kick for Polonia. So today's game in frame broadcast is brought to you by Petrobax, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobax gets you closer to the action and culture and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. So visit Petrobax.com and start planning your dream trip today. Carter Dutton-Eves gets us back underway. Game beginning to take its flow. Neither side really found their rhythm so far, but chances at both ends in the latest couple of moments. And here's Matheny for the Ukrainians. He's got Ardestani. Just to take it up the left-hand side. Tried to roll a ball through for Curran. Nowhere near him. Horribly cleared, though, by Bielin, with Curbelo getting onto it, and now more effectively cleared by Polonia, sent back by the Ukrainians with Najim. Now Ardestani, who is forced backwards by a good Polonia press. Sager to Bangura. Bangura goes over the top for the flick on from Brewer. He couldn't get onto it. Najim controls it in the midfield. And now Curbelo with a lot of space, and on his left-hand side is Curran. It's a shooting opportunity for Curran, and he looked to play the extra pass again. Still can't test the goalkeeper, the Ukrainians. A lot of opportunities opening up Polonia, who can go the other way with Goldman. Wait for his men to get forwards as Kugler drops in the right back row to help out. Another big chance for Martin Curran, who's been most entertaining player on the pitch so far, getting into good positions. Just not able to find that finishing moment for his side. There's Resnick, who finds Noeschke. And good play from Polonia with Goldman, who has a lot of space on this right-hand side. He's got Leonard in the middle. No one going to him, and Goldman can hold on to it for a little on his left foot now. Now out to Merchant. It's Merchant's ball. It's Kamara's goal. What a ball in from Nate Merchant, and Kamara couldn't miss on the doorstep. He may have headed it into his own leg. He won't mind how it went in. He's onside, and Polonia leads at McCarran Park. Great work again from Alex Goldman, who's had a lot of the ball for Polonia on that right-hand side. He held it up for just the right amount of time. It's a perfect first-time ball in from Nate Merchant. And Shuran Kamara has had a great battle with Nabi Bangera so far. Gets his say with the opening goal. And Polonia, the team second to last in CSL D1, going off that great 3-0 win last time out against Hoboken, lead fourth place Ukrainians, who have scored in every game so far this season, the Ukrainians. And they'll need one today to get back into this. Here's Sager. Swept on by Curbelo, who could get the return here. It's good play. Curbelo just waiting for men to get forwards and finds one, and Codespati went over. And the referee turns the other way. Both him and his linesman think Codespati took a heavy touch anyways and went over. But good play from the Ukrainians going the other way right after the goal. Codespati's a little bit slow to get up. Some choice words for the referee. It'll be a goal kick for Polonia. First big chance for first big chance for Polonia, right on the doorstep. Kamara couldn't miss. Not sure what it came off of on his body in the end. Definitely wasn't his arm. Nothing to worry about there. He sort of headed it down into him, basically on the goal line. Shuran Kamara. That's how good the ball in was from Nate Merchant. Goalkeeper had no chance. And Kamara found a way to get the ball in the net. And Bullington looks forward. It was flicked towards Goldman, who first touch seems perfect every time, Alex Goldman. He'll wait for Bullington's overlap. Now take it onto his left foot. And it's good play from the Ukrainians, or Polonia rather, and the flag's up. That was brilliant build-up play. It was the ball into Alex Leonard, who checked in and then played a sort of spinorama pass, looking for Bullington on the right-hand side, and Polonia almost walked it in, but I think Bullington was offside when Leonard played the ball. It would have been such a nice goal if the flag had stayed down. More warning signs for the Ukrainians as Polonia continue to show that their 3 points from 4 games record doesn't really represent them as a team. Lost out every single one of those games by 1 goal, remember? That's why, even though they are second to last in the table, they have a dead even goal difference. Well, with this game in mind, they have a positive goal difference now. It'd be a huge 3 points for them. Would take them level on points with the Ukrainians. As Brewer going the other way. Throw in will be left for Ardestani. Ardestani throws down the line. It was headed away by Kugler. Beautiful flick again from Nate Merchant. He's really been that playmaker today for Polonia, and this guy too, Bollington, helping out. Out wide to the goal scorer, Shuran Kamara. Bollington's on his overlap. Kamara looks for Merchant, who had a lot of men on him, couldn't deal with it well, and would have been offside if Alex Bollington had touched it. It would be a throw-in for the Ukrainians. A couple of good touches out of trouble, Ukrainians, and eventually they get it to Najim. George Najim with a good turn to evade Leonard, and then plays it out wide for Curbelo, who does really well. Big touch out hand for Cosmopolitan, who's got a lot of pace on the right-hand side. Cosmopolitan's onto his left foot. He could strike it here. What a goal! It's the equalizer from Andrei Cosmopolitan, who's had a couple of chances so far, and that time he made no mess about it. Carter Dutton-Neves got a hand on it, but he could only force it into his side netting. The power and the skid of the ball on the wet turf evaded his hand. We're back to level terms as the Ukrainians answer. Fede Curbelo creating the opportunity again, but it was all the work of Andrei Cosmopolitan with the big touch forwards, using his pace, cutting onto his weaker left foot, and firing it into the near post. Dutton-Neves will be disappointed, thinking he could have done better, but the pace of the ball on the wet surface, it's hard for any goalkeeper to deal with. And it's only their second shot on target the afternoon, Ukrainians. But in the 30th minute, they equalize and they continue their record of scoring in every single game. Their first 5 of CSL D1. Curbelo with another good flick on to the other side, this time for Martin Curran to take on his man. Good defending by Resnick. The Ukrainians look bright. They look like they have the momentum after securing the equalizer. So later today in CSL D1, Liberia FC take on FC Sanzak at 8 p.m. Sanzak first in the table and perfect so. Be a free kick for the Ukrainians. After the foul was committed on Fede Curbelo. It's in a good position for a right foot to take. Could test out Carter Dutton-Neves. Curbelo puts his arm up, whips it in towards the near post, and Dutton-Neves able to gather that one. Tough bounce right in front of him. Good goalkeeping. Look to wait and then send a long ball for Polonia. It was a good ball too. Out to Kamara. Nate Merchant on the turn. And now Philip Glowala. Touch forward from Bollington was ambitious. Wasn't able to get onto that one. flicked down by Sager, and here's Najim. Najim looking to play it over the top, but Brewer wasn't up there, and it was sent back by Bielin. Kamara and Bangura go at it again, and Nabi Bangura is able to guard it out for a Ukrainians throw-in. Sager looking long, headed down for Mertz, who couldn't get onto it. Coming back was Glowala to make a good tackle as both sides kind of settle down after scoring a goal apiece. Here's Bullington taking it the other way. Good defending by Bangura. Be a throw-in for Polonia. Taken by Glowala, who can throw long. Does throw long. It was flicked on by Goldman. Touchdown by Leonard, and Merchant strike. 2-1 Polonia. Out of nothing, a long throw-in. Good work in the box from the Polonia men up top, and it was fired in by Nate Merchant, who's got a goal and an assist for Polonia on the half volley. No chance at all for Robbie Webster, who may have got a fingertip to it. But the strike back across him had too much pace on it for him to deal with. And Polonia regained their advantage within 5 minutes of the Ukrainians' equalizer. Just a tantalizing shot. Again from Nate Merchant, who put in a beautiful peach of a cross for the opening goal. Then fires in a no-doubter off of a long throw-in, and now was fouled, I should say, by Fede Curbelo, and wins his side a free kick. Great first half for Nate Merchant. Gave the goalkeeper Robbie Webster absolutely no chance with that one. The long throw was from Glowala. Goldman with a perfect flick on. Leonard's touchback was as good as it could be. It was fired in by Merchant. Now the other way going is Martin Curran. Curran looking to roll it through. Brewer, too much space from Polonia perspective for him, and Curbelo's effort just dragged it wide. Another good opportunity for the Ukrainians. With 10 minutes to go in the first half. Both sides taking just about every chance they've had. Not like they've been clear-cut chances either, except for Kamara's tap-in. It was a really good strike from Cosmopolitan for the Ukrainians' equalizer. His own work, all by himself on that right-hand side. And it's won back by Brewer. Just gave it away, though, to Bullington. Obviously, that half volley from Nate Merchant. Bangura, Curbelo. He's gotten to some good areas for the Ukrainians. He plays Bangura again. Najim sends it high. It should be the goalkeeper's ball, and it is. Carter Dutton-Eves gets under it. And Carter Dutton-Eves goes long into Leonard, who showed that he could hold the ball up well. That one was over him, but it would be touched down by Bullington. Ukrainians midfield slow to get back. Polonia have numbers here with Bullington driving, and Bullington looked to go alone and just sends it wide. A couple of nice step overs to beat his man, and defender just put him off enough. Great driving run from Alex Bullington, who's been a real wrecking force in that midfield today, or in this first half for Polonia. Ukrainians just looking to get to that halftime whistle. Polonia looked to be outpacing them everywhere except for on this right-hand side, I should say, with Andre Cosmopolitan. Got a lot of pace and strength. Scored their equalizer. That's a really dangerous ball, which might find Andres Brewer, and that's got to be a foul. It might be in the box. I'm not sure. I think it's referee's going to point right on the edge of the penalty area. Much to the Ukrainians' disappointment. Such a big difference between a free kick on the edge of the box and a penalty, and the ref's going to go talk to his linesman here. Not sure if the linesman had much of a better angle than the referee. We'll see. Remember, on the line does count as in the box. So if the foul continued into the penalty area, it should be a Ukrainians penalty. It's a big mistake from Lucas Bielin, sending a horrible ball across the middle of his penalty area for Brewer to chase. It was a clear foul. And it looks like the referee is going to give a free kick and a yellow card for the man who committed the challenge. It was Resnick, maybe Bullington. The ref will stick to his original decision of a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. It's always hard for the taker to get it up and over the wall and then down in time. So close. But Curbelo is very good at it. Could also go to the goalkeeper's side and test out Dutton Neves, who is a big man in that goal. Looks like a 5-man wall for Polonia. A couple of Ukrainians stand over the free kick to talk about it. Referee moves the ball back. Dutton Neves very close to his near post. See what Curbelo will do here. He goes goalkeeper's side and it was well blocked. He could have found that corner. Dutton Neves may have been behind it, but it was a good step in from Bielin, who made the original mistake, makes up for it, and Polonia gets away with one. Now the high press led by Nate Merchant. Matheny goes back to his goalkeeper, who just gives it away to Nate Merchant, the scorer of the second goal, and he could be in here. Merchant looking to play it out wide for Leonard. Alex Leonard, the striker, rolling it back for Bullington to hit it, and it got a deflection that just kept it in the reach of the goalkeeper, Robbie Webster, who made a huge mistake, makes up for it and apologizes. Another big chance for Polonia. Good work again from Nate Merchant. Looked to be finding the corner of that shot. It was well blocked by the Ukrainians. And Robbie Webster did good to react to the deflection as Najim rolls it for Brewer. And now Matheny to Ardestani. Touchdown by Mertz. Ryan Mertz does really well. Beats his man, who gets back to greet him, and Mertz is forced backwards. Here's Matheny. And now Sager. Sager, with nobody checking in for him, just finds Bielin. And now Goldman gave it away to Najim. It's all a little bit jumbled in the midfield. Here's Andres Brewer, who can fire it in with his left foot. It'll end up being a throw-in for the Ukrainians. Looking to find, I should say, the run of Ryan Mertz into the penalty area. It's just 3 minutes remain in this entertaining first half. Brewer into Curbelo. Curbelo didn't know where the ball was, and Goldman can clear. Not clearing well, though. Just giving it away to Najim, and Ryan Mertz went over. No free kick given by the referee. Going the other way is Resnick, and now he's got Leonard. He's got 2 men ahead of him. Looks to go backwards instead. The introduction of Philip Wu for Polonia. Philip Liu, I should say. And now Bullington on the right-hand side. Gets it onto his left foot. Here's Nate Merchant. Scorer of the go-ahead goal. Fires it in. It's well cleared by Mertz. It's a little bit slow developing attack from Polonia. They eventually lost their numbers. The Ukrainians came back well. Going the other way is Brewer. Good ball out to the right-hand side, but too much on it. And it'll be a Polonia throw-in. Chances at both ends as the first half comes to a close. Philip Liu's come on the left-hand side to replace scorer of the first goal, Shuran Kamara. He competes here. Via Polonia throwing. Sent forwards by Bielin. Headed down only as far as Merchant. He's got the better of Bangura. Bangura went over, no free kick. Merchant swung it out brilliantly to Alex Goldman. Goldman with some space and tried to get it onto his right foot. Ardostani read that like a book. Was able to do well to clear it away. Brewer came in to check out and help. And now here's Curbelo with 2 men ahead of him and only 2 Ukrainians defenders, or Polonia defenders, I should say. Here's Curbelo. Polonia come back well. And they close down the opportunities for the Ukrainians. Curbelo's done well to get it to Mertz. Mertz with the shooting opportunity spilled by Dutton Neves. And onside here is Cosmopolitan to keep it in play. Looked to take his men on, defended him well. It's got to be a free kick. It's a tough shot for Dutton Neves to deal with. He did well enough. Be the first yellow card of the game for the Ukrainians. Cosmopolitan, who has their goal and also is their one man in the book. So, powerful effort from Ryan Mertz. One that should always be saved by the goalkeeper, but always hard when it skids right in front of you. And Dutton Neves did well enough. As Bielin sends it high. Sent back by Mertz. It should be the goalkeeper's ball. And is. Sent long by Dutton Neves. Looking for Nate Merchant, who does really well again and is able to preserve the ball up here for Polonia. Striker Alex Leonard. No goal contributions from Alex Leonard, or rather, he did have the assist for Nate Merchant. He's a striker that loves to create, not just score goals, and he whips a good ball in here towards the back post, but it's well gathered by Robbie Webster. It's the dying moments of the first half take place. Curbelo tries to send it out wide. It will be controlled by the Ukrainians. Looking for one last opportunity. The ball is switched, looking for Cosmopolitan, but it was headed away well. Lou fouled Ryan Mertz, and he'll go in the book. The referee dishing out yellow cards like it's nothing. As the first half comes to, or almost coming to a close. Ukrainians will have one more set piece opportunity, but Mertz here is slow to get up. Maybe felt some of Lou's studs on his ankle. Looks to be okay. Just a knock. It'll be Brewer to deliver. And a lot of Ukrainians men up, looking to grab the equalizer right before halftime. Brewer will put it in with pace with his left foot. It evaded Curbelo, and it evaded Najim, and there's the halftime whistle. So Shuran Kamara opened the scoring for Polonia. They were pegged back by Andrea Cosmopolitan to equalize, but right after that, Nate Merchant, who's had a great first half with his goal and his assist, gives Polonia the slight edge going into the second half. It'll be a very entertaining second half as Polonia look for their second win, and the Ukrainians look to get back into the game. So stay tuned, that'll be in 10 minutes here with Game and Frame.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Both sides just about ready to get back underway. Switched around. Ukrainians from left to right, Polonia right to left. Polonia holding that 1-goal advantage, looking to get their second win of the early CSL D1 season. Just take them away from those relegation spots. As George Najim will kick us off for the Ukrainians. Who looked to go long early, with Ardestani sending it towards the right-hand side. It was headed up in the air by the scorer of the first goal of the afternoon, Shuran Kamara. Bangura can throw it into Mertz. Ryan Mertz with a couple good skill moves, but it'll be a Polonia throw-in. Here's Bielin. Looks long. They'll just go out for a Ukrainians throw-in. I have a feeling there'll be plenty of more chances in this game. As the wind and rain continues to come down. Tough surface for Cosmopolitan. Scored the Ukrainians' goal to deal with the ball. Polonia are well set up defensively, and Kamara can get the return and keep the ball in play well. And he's fumbled over by Ryan Mertz. That's got to be a caution based on how the referee's been giving out yellow cards today. And there's another one for Ryan Mertz, who will take that one with Kamara's pace just too much for him. It's like Kugler will take the free kick. We'll go long into the middle with a lot of Polonian men up there. It's scored a skewed out to the right-hand side, headed forwards by Merchant. Touchdown in there. It's Merchant again. Nate Merchant just looking to get it out right-hand side. Now it's swung in, away by Bangura into his own man. Dangerously close to Bielin's arm. They get away with it. Or Sager, I should say. Here's Philip Liu. And now Merchant. Glowala and Resnick. Sending the ball forwards on the right-hand side. Polonia looking for a couple of runners. It's cleared away by Ardestani and sent out by a Polonia leg of David Pepper. It's Vince Gallia who comes in on the right-hand side, or rather up front for Polonia, making a couple of substitutions. Jakub Medej, too, the number 9. It's a completely new look Polonia second half team. Najim with the press of Gallia. Bangura sent really high forwards and over the top. Flag's got to go up here. And does go up. It was a really good ball from Andrea Cody Spotty. And in behind. Well offside was the Ukrainians' number 90. Polonia in no rush at all to take this free kick. So Bielin will get under it. Got the matchup of Kamara and Bangura again. So exciting to watch in the first half. First half of the first half, I should say, as Bielin sends it high. Lou got the flick, sort of just up into the air, and Kugler can preserve it to Glowala. Here's Merchant. Tried to play it to Kamara. Vince Gallia tried to step in and couldn't. And going the other way now, it's well cleared away by Bielin. It's Evan Jones who's gone up top for the Ukrainians, wearing 90 on his back. And now entering the fray is Dom Falanga. He's a big goal scorer and playmaker himself. To create one for the Ukrainians. Advantage given on Bangura, who's already on a yellow card, and he looks like he's hurt Philip Liu here. The referee's going to stop play as it seems to be a head injury. Maybe a stray elbow from Bangura, who's going to get away with it. Rather, not a yellow card yet, Navi Bangura. Just a couple of free kicks, fouls committed by him. A couple of them on Kamara. It looks like Liu will be all right. And hopefully this second half gets a little bit of rhythm to it. The ball hasn't been in play for much of it. It's David Pepper who gets the drop ball. Roll it out wide for Jakub Medej. Pepper forwards. Flicked on by Merchant. Flicked forwards and a little push in the back. Give the Ukrainians a reprieve and give them a free kick. Here's Dom Falanga on the turn. Checking in his Brewer. And firing it out to Navi Bangura on the right-hand side. Here's Koda Spotty. And another flick. Looking for the run of Ryan Mertz. Should probably just let it go, Curbelo. He had Evan Jones racing in behind. Wasn't aware of him. The Ukrainians throw in deep near Polonia's penalty area. Be taken by Bangura after he retrieves the ball. Bangura goes short. Curbelo is checking in. Tried to catch Polonia off guard, but they were ready for it. And now turning, going the other way, is Galia, who was dispossessed by the striker for the Ukrainians, dropping back on defense, Andras Brewer. Sent forwards and flicked on by Evan Jones. And then forwards, Evan Jones on the chase, just couldn't get to it. Touchdown for Merchant. And now Galia. And now Liu. Sends it out wide for Kamara, who has Bangura to face. He looks backwards instead, Kamara. Bielin with a man on his shoulder does well to find Merchant. Now Polonia just passing it around the Ukrainians, looking to find their rhythm, but they give it away to Koda Spotty. Koda Spotty out wide for Falangu, tried to wait for it, and just couldn't get to it. Turning and taking it the other way is Resnick, who ran out of legs. Gave it up to Medaj. And now Galia. He's had a lot of the ball since coming on to start this second half. And now Kugler. Kugler with Kamara on his left. Here is Kamara faced up by Bangura. Look back for Kugler. Polonia take it slow. Kugler's ball in towards Medaj. A couple of step overs. Jakub Medaj looking to find shooting position. Lou's ball in. Good one. Sent cleared by Bielin. Liu tries to go at it again. Bangura did well and was strong. Really good ball in from Philip Liu. Just no Polonia man there to touch onto it. And going the other way now and stood up. It's got to be a free kick. Bielin not taking any chances and taking the free kick. Be a set piece opportunity, which Luke Sager stands over for the Ukrainians. Luke Sager has a couple of men in the middle, not many, and he looks to go short, or rather thought better of it. Wasting their own time now, the Ukrainians. Luke Sager will go long. It's a good ball. It evaded everybody, and the strike was from Koda Spotty, who has one today, and he just sent it through the uprights and not in between the goalposts. Polonia wanted a free kick. They weren't going to get. So a little bit of a scuffed goal kick. And the Ukrainians going it back with Cosmopolitan, who's been bright to start this second half. Looking for Jones. Just played it too far. It'll be a throw-in and not an area that you want to throw the ball in for Polonia. Be taken by Glowala. Merchant got a flick. That's really well worked from Polonia, and Kamara using his pace to take it away. Brewer stepped in, but the free kick originally on Kamara, who takes it quickly. Referee not happy with that. And good thing from a Ukrainian's perspective, because Polonia were 4-on-3 and behind. Ref thought the free kick was taking too far forwards from where it was committed. And Kugler wants to waste no time before he plays a ball over the top, which should be the goalkeeper's ball. And is. Coming off his line, Robbie Webster, his first work. Already 10 minutes played in the second half. Neither side really gaining control of possession or finding real opportunities. Here's clear free kick given by, against Dom Falanga, I should say. And Falanga goes the other way. Just to control the ball for his first real touches and just can't really test out Polonia's back line yet, the Ukrainians. Sager sends Bangura on his way. Bangura looks for the checking in of Cosmopolitan, who tries to roll it over the top, and it was a Polonia head that made it really hard for Carter Dutton-Neves to catch sight of the ball. He did well to hold on to it. It was Sam Resnick who flicked it back towards zone goalkeeper dangerously. Bielin sort of scuffs it long. Easily cleared away and out of bounds by Bielin. Philip Glowala gets ready to take the throw. He throws towards Jakub Gadej, who touches it down, only to a Ukrainian foot. Turning is Cosmopolitan. Good ball from Bangura to Andres Brewer, who's dropped centrally into a more midfield role, with Jones taking his place up top. Brewer not really able to find many opportunities in the first half, as Polonia were well set up defensively, and the strike comes in from Cosmopolitan. Kind of scuffed it with his left foot and dragged it well and easily wide. Watched the whole way by Carter Dutton-Neves. Ukrainians keep pressuring, looking to find the equalizer. They have time to do so. Sent long by Kugler. Going over was Mertz. Didn't get the decision he wanted. And it was Galia to go the other way. Madaj chests it down. Plays a good ball out wide to Pepper, who sort of passed it to himself, then lost possession of the ball. Held on Dom Falanga. Free kick for the Ukrainians. Again, neither side really finding their flow. With over 13 minutes played, start to the second half. Polonia won't mind as they hold on to this one goal advantage, and that's got to be a foul, and it's Pepper again on Falanga. Set piece opportunity for the Ukrainians. So the referee just wants to have a quick word with, I think, Falanga for arguing for a yellow card. The ball's too far forwards for his liking. To be sent in long by Dom Falanga, and went all the way through and will be, got a Polonia touch. First corner of the game, actually. I remember there being any corners in the first half. And finally, around 15 minutes into the second, Andres Brewer can swing one in with his left foot. It's an in-swinger with the wind on his side, and it will be hard for Dutton-Neves to deal with. If he can put it right on the goalkeeper, give Ukrainians a real chance getting back into this game. It's a good ball. Falanga couldn't get the ball onto it. They really want a handball, the Ukrainians. I didn't see what happened. Referee says it came off of a head, and it'll be another corner for Andres Brewer to swing in. And again by Brewer, this one way further, and evading Curbelo all the way out with the in-swing for a Polonia goal kick. Sent long by the goalkeeper. And here's Kugler. Touch it down. Play it out wide for Jakub Madej. Madej out to Kugler. Kugler's ball in towards the back post is Merchant here, and Merchant slices it just wide of that far post. Had a chance to give Polonia breathing room there. Nate Merchant has been so good all game and just scuffed that half volley. He scored from a similar chance in the first half. It's his goal that's the difference between the two sides. And it's a big opportunity, the best of the second half for either side as we hit the hour mark. Ball goes all the way through before it's sent forwards by Bielin, and now Curbelo. Kugler on Curbelo's back. Here's Camara. Touchdown well by Galia. And now Merchant to Lou, who lets it run, does well. Referee plays the advantage, and Lou gets it out wide to Madaj, who switched over to this left-hand side and just created that good opportunity for Merchant. Here's Merchant again, and now Kugler. Hazel Kugler taking his time. Not the fastest of players, but very good with his legs. And now Merchant running towards again, winning a first 50-50, not the second. He tried to break through the back line of the Ukrainians, and Polonia looking to find their feet in the second half, but now going the other way is the Ukrainians with Jones. Jones was hung up. Ukrainians can preserve the ball. Jones again. Camara coming back defensively well, making a good tackle. Kugler, ball just ran under his foot, but he won the 50-50, and Polonia preserve possession. Sent over the top by David Pepper. Well touched down, and a really good tackle there by Bielin. Or by Matheny, rather. Over the top for Camara, who was not able to get in behind. Ball rose all the way through to Robbie Webster. Now here's Luke Sager. The Ukrainians haven't been able to create anything in this second half. Kodespati on the turn. Really good tackle by Glowala, and a good chance for Polonia, and Glowala goes over. A bad challenge from Kodespati. Not sure what the referee will do here. Kodespati's on a yellow card, remember, in the first half, and the ref doesn't seem like he wants to send Andrei Kodespati off right now. Just talking to him. I will say, based on the yellows he's been given in this game, that sure looked like a yellow card offense, but you always want to keep 11 players on each side on the pitch. Don't want to send people off, and the ref wants to keep Andrei Kodespati in the game. Got a big warning though, and you'll have to be careful now. One goal scorer for the Ukrainians. Anyways, it's a good free kick opportunity for Hazel Kugler, and a lot of Polonia men come forwards for it. It's Kugler's ball in, headed away only as far as Lou, who got it all wrong. Go all the way out for, well, it's still in play now. It hit the corner flag, and now it should be a throw-in. Should be a throw-in, and will be a throw-in. Now the subs come in as Najim re-enters the fray, and Fede Curbelo, who hasn't really been able to find his playmaking feet in the second half, goes off. We hit the 65-minute mark. So Bangura will take, as the Ukrainians maybe come away with a reprieve. Polonia not happy that wasn't a second yellow, and that would have deflated them for sure with their goal scorer coming off the pitch. And now the other way, here is the man who Polonia just wanted sent off. Cosmopolitan winning his side of throw-in, well defended by Glowala. Turning here is man Cosmopolitan. He was never going to get that decision. He went over. Coming in is Galia, well defended by Matheny. Now the center back with a little pirouette finds Brewer, who evades Kamara, and now rolls the ball through looking for Jones. Just couldn't find him. Matheny steps in to take back possession for the Ukrainians. Here's Sager. And now Sager. Sent high into the air by the goalkeeper, headed up into the air by Resnick. And again by George Najim. Jones couldn't get it under his control. Begins to chase Carter Dutton-Neves, who will go short to Kugler, who's dropped back into center back. Turning is Najim, tries to send it forwards. No one really there from a Ukrainian's perspective. Polonia throw in. Kugler will leave it for Resnick. Resnick down the right-hand side. Sent up into the air. Now over the top is Mertz, who went over. No free kick given by the referee. And Dutton-Neves will take his time before sending it out to Bullington, who's come back in. Center mid, who was everywhere in the first half. He's got Madaj making a run on the left-hand side. While stepping in, I should say, is Bangura. And here's Falanga. Falanga finding Cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan on the twist. He's got Bangura on his right. Here is Nabi Bangura. Looks to send the ball into the middle, which is a good one. It was away by Resnick, sort of hung in the air. Falanga, now Brewer. Out to the left-hand side. The ball in from the left-hand side got headed away by Resnick. And further clear by Kamara. Brewer will go at it again. It's good pressure from the Ukrainians, just trying to break through a good low block from Polonia. And now here's Matheny. Matheny to Najim, who was checking in. Going over the tackle was Andras Brewer, but it was a good tackle from Kamara. And Galia is making a run the other way, and look at that ball to find Jakub Madaj if he could keep it in play. And he did originally, and just overran the ball. Would have been a great opportunity for Polonia. The Ukrainians will retrieve possession. As we go into minute 68. Turning here is the goal scorer Cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan playing a ball over the top. He's been trying to play that ball a couple of times. A little curve ball with his favorite left foot. Just couldn't find the run of Evan Jones. Here's Kamara. Good tackle. They go at it again with David Pepper. Just to play a ball over the top for Shuran Kamara. He's got a lot of pace on Matheny, but Matheny's got the strength on him. Just muscles him off the ball. The Ukrainians can retrieve possession. Sager. Kamara a little slow to get up, but he'll be okay. Bangura looks to find Cosmopolitan. Said most of the ball for the Ukrainians. And now going the other way is Evan Jones. Flag stays down. Chance out of nothing. Evan Jones with a shooting opportunity. Good save by Dutton-Neves and further cleared away. Well, big introduction from Lucas Bielin, as I think it was Ryan Mertz bellowing in on goal. He had a tap in if Bielin wasn't there to slide and clear it away. It's a great save originally from Dutton-Neves. First chance of the second half with so much play gone. And it was Evan Jones going the other way. Now Polonia get a goal kick. They wanted the flag to come up, but Evan Jones kind of just got away from the center back, didn't know where he was, cut inside well, and got the shot off. And Dutton-Neves just getting the better of him. As Biel, the man with that defensive introduction, tries to go long. Just into the path of Najim, though. Curbelo can step in, and now looking to roll it through to Evan Jones was Ryan Mertz. Just couldn't. It'll be a throw-in for the Ukrainians. Bangura looks to take quickly. Falanga took a slip on the wet surface, and Bangura will go backwards. 20 minutes to go for the Ukrainians to find an equalizer. Neither side have drawn yet. And if this result stands, both sides would have 2 wins and 3 losses. Go level on points in the CSL Division 1. The goal kick for Polonia. And here's Bielin. This time, a better ball with his left foot. Still only finding Brewer. Great turn from Andres Brewer. Can play really anywhere for the Ukrainians. The introduction of Ivan Sarshin on the right-hand side, looking to pose a new threat for the Ukrainians as this man, Koda Spotty, the goal scorer, goes through the middle. And look at that turn from Koda Spotty. Really good skill, and then just ran over the ball as Medej stepped in well. Hazel Kugler tried to go through the legs of Andres Brewer and then gave him a little hug. It's a clear free kick for the Ukrainians, and it looks like the ref wants to keep more of the cards in his pocket now after not giving the second yellow to Koda Spotty. It's fair. He's calling it both sides as Ryan Mertz stands over the ball. Shooting position for Ryan Mertz. He plays a good ball in that just evaded the head. Great run to the middle from Evan Jones. Just couldn't get his head to it. Right on the doorstep. No one really followed him. Ball was just too high for him to deal with. Ball sent forwards by the goalkeeper, headed on by David Pepper. Headed forwards, and Pepper just sends it forwards. Got some chasers here. It's given away by the Ukrainians and Polonia. 4-on-3 for the moment. The Ukrainians don't get back. Here's Kamara at the back post. He's got Medaj if he looked early. Instead, he rolls it back for Nate Merchant to hit it. Just hits it wide. Polonia can counterattack out of nothing, and there they had a good opportunity and work it well again. And Nate Merchant, another shooting opportunity, sort of sliced it with the outside of his right foot. And Robbie Webster could watch it all the way high and wide. You'd think that one Polonia goal would really put this game to bed and send them into 6 points from the last 2 games. It's good press again from Polonia, who look revitalized after their first 3 back-to-back losses this season. Bangura throws to Brewer's check-in, and going over was Galia. No free kick given by the referee. Lawala went down. Be interesting to see what the ref does with this. And it'll be a Polonia free kick. They wanted the advantage. So Kugler stands over it. Looks like he'll go long again. Test out the Ukrainians' back line. Ball is as perfect as it could be. It got a flick, and Galia has a second bite at the cherry, and nobody was in the middle. Medaj could have got onto it. It's not well cleared by the Ukrainians still. Here's Kamara. He got tackled. Pepper. And now the strike comes in, and it was headed away by the Ukrainians. Still in there with Bangura. Finally gets it clear. Just playing around with it in the penalty area. I think it was Ivan Sarshin, the substitute, just couldn't get the ball clear. And eventually the strike came in from Nate Merchant again. Goalkeeper had it covered, but it was well headed away anyways by Luke Sager. Now Alex Bullington will have the chance to take a long throw for Polonia, who have put on the most pressure lately. It got a couple of flicks. It wasn't well cleared again. And now the strike from Hazel Kugler, who went on to that one and just got over it. Been an absolute firecracker if he'd scored from there. We hit the 75th minute mark. And the Ukrainians still trail by that one goal. Here's Ivan Sarshin. Turning away from Glowala. Brewer with Kamara's check-in. Kamara everywhere on the pitch today for Polonia, defensively and offensively. Good touch forwards by Kodistani, but he lost out and won it back. Kodistani again, tackled by Hazel Kugler, who hasn't let anything past him. Bethany does well to get it back to the goalkeeper. Or Matheny. Here's Sager. Sager looks over the top, headed up in the air by Madaj. Touch forwards by Merchant, with Merchant and Kugler together in that midfield. Two of the best players on the pitch today. Kamara goes the other way. Kamara does well, and lost out. Ukrainians look to press the other way with Dom Falenga. Dom Falenga still went over, free kick given. Foul was committed by David Pepper. Falenga not happy, as starts to get a little bit chippy between both sides. After neither side happy with the referee's decisions, Ukrainians will make a sub. So standing over the ball now is Dom Falenga, who gets ready to take the free kick and goes low and hard, and Carter Dutton-Neves right at the end put two palms down and just about kept it out from basically his own goal line. Must have saw it late. Late reaction, skid right in front of him and just got his hands down. It's a really good save from an interesting effort from Dom Falenga. Now swung in by Brewer. Towards the near post, it got a flick. It'll run all the way through and just took away from the shot as Coda's body. And now the effort towards goal from the center back Matheny with the Rabona. Ukrainians will settle for a throw-in after all of that. They'll throw long up into the air. And another throw-in for the Ukrainians. Flick on was from Curbelo. It might be in there. Falenga, eventually, it didn't even go in. It was a free kick. Falenga in the back of goalkeeper. Strike from Coda's body was blocked right on the goal line, even if the referee hadn't blown his whistle. The Ukrainians pressing for that equalizer. The dying minutes of this game. Free kick to be taken. Headed up in the air by Kamara. Now Kugler with some time on it. Opts to head it forwards. Brewer controls. Turning is Sarshin. And he got bodied off of it by Kamara, who again has been everywhere for Polonia and does well his defensive duties again. Headed towards his own goal from Bangura. Madaj is on the chase, forces an awkward clearance. And now checking in is the striker who started the game, can control the ball with his chest. And that is Alex Leonard, who contributed so well in the first half to the two goals that were scored. But so far a scoreless second half as both sides are set up well defensively. Here's Pepper for Polonia. Can keep it in play and now deliver towards Leonard. It's over the head of Madaj, the goalkeeper's ball. Ukrainians with just over 10 minutes to find their feet and find their equalizing goal. Up in the air by the goalkeeper. Headed back. Headed forwards. Here's Pepper. Pepper for Kamara. Kamara waits. Plays the ball off of a defender. Go out for a throw-in. In the air, controlling the ball here is Merchant. Merchant again, just ready to hold it in the corner. Take a couple of seconds off the clock. Here's Falanga. Falanga out wide to Sarshin. Further forwards on the right-hand side is a Johnny Salesi, and Sarshin was well upended. Falanga, or rather Carbello, who's come back in, gets it out wide to Codespoti. A little bit stretched here, Polonia. Codespoti taking it onto his left foot and pulling it back towards the back post for Bangura. An opportunity for the Ukrainians. Bangura tried to Travello a ball in and got it all wrong. And Carter Dutton-Eves can fall to his knees with it. Controlled by Carbello. Here's Brewer. Sent forwards for the touch from Codespoti out wide and too far for Falanga. Good idea. The Ukrainians need a lot more than good ideas right now to find that equalizing goal. Throw to be taken by David Pepper. Taking as much time as he can. Good tackle by Gallia, but with maybe a high boot in the eyes of the referee. And I think it will be a Ukrainian free kick, rather. And a set piece opportunity as deliver a ball into the box. Try to find their equalizer. Sent in high and long, looking for Codespoti. It evaded everybody, and turning was Carbello, who just couldn't control it. He's not going to get a free kick for that, as Dutton-Eves can take as much time as he wants before putting his palms on the ball. Jakub Medej making a run this left-hand side. He goes short, rather. And here's Glowala, who's played the full 90, and he's had a great game. Glowala just about getting it out wide to Bullington. They've got numbers here, Polonia. Bullington can take it wide and win his side a throw-in, which will suit Polonia well. So today's Game and Frame broadcast is brought to you by Petrobax, which is your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobax gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit Petrobax.com and start planning your dream trip today. Here's Kugler. And now Kamara, touching it down for Gallia. Kamara again, if his pace is enough for him, it is. Kamara looking for Pepper. Pepper looking for the return, played it too far out for a throw-in. Here's Gallia looking to roll it through, and Kamara making the run, and the goalkeeper coming out just about in time to beat him. Ball over the top for Falanga to touchdown. Falanga, really good flick. It's a Johnny Salasi, the substitute on the left-hand side here. Salasi was just tackled. It'll be a throw-in for the Ukrainians. Polonia ready, another substitution. Kamara, who's putting a shift today, comes off. And it's Alex Goldman. Come on. man who started the game at right wing. Much contributed to the first goal, which was scored by Kamara, the man coming off. As it stands right now, Nate Merchant's goal is enough to be the winner for Polonia. The Ukrainians have a long throw here. They look to have a say in that matter. It's thrown in deep, headed away, or rather to his own goalkeeper from Hazel Kugler. Sure, if he meant that, he won't mind. And it'll allow a lot of seconds to be ticked off the clock by Polonia. Bullington did great. And sent out wide by Alex Leonard to Jakub Gadaj, who has Leonard again, and Leonard finds Kugler. Man on him, evaded him. And now Glowala. Kugler again. Kugler's ran into a little bit of trouble. Played it back all the way to his goalkeeper as Polonia tried to take the sting out of the game. Sent up into the air and headed back forwards by the Ukrainians, and sweeping up defensively was Bielin. And now more to that is Alex Goldman. Back onto the pitch after a great first half. And here's Selesi going the other way. It's 4-on-3 at the moment for the Ukrainians if they can get it right, but they can't. And it's been the story of the day for the Ukrainians going forward. So many chances, just not able to find that final pass as Johnny Selesi tried to roll it through to Dom Falanga. Put too much on it. Polonia goal kick. And something's got to change now from a Ukrainian's perspective to secure a point in this one. Dutton Eves with goal kick after goal kick after goal kick. This one is higher. And Brewer can win it for the Ukrainians before it's sent out wide to Jones. Jones had the run of Selasi. He opted for Falanga. Shooting opportunity for Dom Falanga. He still goes. Just can't find the shot, Dom Falanga. Now he's enclosed by 5 Polonia men. He preserves the ball anyways. It was Sarshin's ball out wide to Brewer. The ball in from the left-hand side will be easy for Dutton Eves. They just can't find the finishing touch, the Ukrainians. And Dutton Eves getting a lot of the ball, but not really getting tested. He sends it, perfect ball out wide to Alex Goldman, who normally has a great first touch. This time it evades him. Past the 86th minute, as there's 3 minutes to go in this one. The Ukrainians just running out of opportunities. Carbello out wide to Kodestani, who tried to play a return ball to Carbello, who wasn't making the run. Sarshin controlled it, went over, free kick. In a good position for the Ukrainians. And it just seems like it's now or never from a New York Ukrainians perspective. Dom Falanga stands over it. And the Ukrainians need it now. Be swung in by Falanga towards the back post. Went all the way through and evaded Kodespati, who had a really good chance at the far post. And again, the Ukrainians just not able to find their feet in front of goal. Carter Dutton Eves taking as much time as he can off the clock. The wind moves the ball, Dutton Eves says. The Ukrainians aren't happy with it. Referee tells Dutton Eves to get play underway. We're in the final minute of the 90 as Bullington heads it on. Coming in is Matheny, swinging it forwards to Kodespati. The man who scored 1 for the Ukrainians goes over, doesn't get the decision he wanted. And now going the other way is Galileo with Jakub Medej. Forward for Glowala. Glowala went over, no free kick. Medaj played a good ball towards the middle for Alex Goldman. Now Goldman driving forwards and finding Medaj on the left-hand side. A goal here would surely settle it for Polonia, with Goldman going the other way and going over. No free kick, and a goal kick for the Ukrainians. 30 seconds before we hit the 90-minute mark. The Ukrainians are in a rush. Sent forwards by Glowala. Headed up into the air by Brewer. Just don't look like they have the attacking might in the second half, the Ukrainians, as Polonia's defensive setup has really stifled them well. The 90 is up, and it's just added time now, which there won't be a lot of in this rainy second half for the Ukrainians to find their feet. Kugler intercepted, and Hazel Kugler can drive into Ukrainians' territory. He was tackled by Selassie, and a really good tackle from David Pepper keeps Anders Brewer from breaking in behind. Referee will let the game play. Ukrainians will think back to those 2 penalty claims they had earlier. It's not like there wasn't controversy on both sides, though, and now Ukrainians' corner. Resnick thought he had a pull on his shirt. Referee had nothing of it, and now this should be the final opportunity from a Ukrainian's perspective. Everybody in the middle except for Robbie Webster, the goalkeeper. Be swung in by Dom Falanga, an in-swinger. There's a lot of men on Carter Dutton-Neves. Falanga's ball in. It'll test Dutton-Neves. It was headed away. It should be cleared away now by Gallia. Referee checks his watch, lets it go on. Now Robbie Webster sends it high and up into the air, looking for a flick on, which he got, and another flick on, which he got, which will just roll out aimlessly for a Polonia goal kick. And that could just about be that for the Ukrainians. Ref not putting whistle to his mouth just yet. As the goalkeeper Dutton-Neves gets ready to send it into the wind. It went through everybody, and now Jakub Medej has a one-on-one. If he could get to this, he couldn't. It was cleared away by the Ukrainians, and Polonia sent a little bit too many men forwards for their liking. Going the other way is Sarshin. Falanga. Last opportunity for the Ukrainians. Falanga's ball in, headed down, looking for Selassie. It'll be another corner. And if that ball got through to Selassie, would have been a great opportunity right in front of Dutton-Neves. This time, every single player on the pitch in Polonia's half. And you would think that this will actually be that, with Falanga's ball into the middle. This time it's a low one. It got a flick and it was cleared off the line. And there's the final whistle. No other corner opportunity. Polonia sat back defensively in the second half, and they secured their second win on the bounce, their second win of the season. They go level on points with the Ukrainians. It was a great, even game so far. The Ukrainians will feel hard done by a couple of refereeing decisions and a couple of big chances that Dutton-Neves was able to get in the way of. But the winning goal from Nate Merchant in the 30th minute of the first half will stand, as Polonia, who started the season with 3 losses on the bounce, have won their second in a row. They go way clear of the relegation zone. Great win for them at McCarran. So thank you for listening at Game and Frame. I'm Henry Burlak. Have a good night.